muitos anos, né? É, mas tem muita foto aí que eu fico lembrando, assim, eu fico só muito triste, né? Fico sendo muito saudades, né? Minha família, vários gente já faleceu, irmã, a Linda, que era gêmeos comigo.
What the kids want to be visible. So the photographs gives them the opportunity to the people take them serious, to the people look them in a different way. It's not just to be poor, they are not get respected. People are afraid of them and hate them. If it's possible, they will disappear with them because they are ugly, they are still, they should not exist.
The exhibition, The Beautiful Horizon, is a collaboration between Murilo Godoy, Patricia Azevedo, me, Julian Germain, and probably over 17 years, we probably worked with about 75 different street kids. They call themselves street kids who live in Belo Horizonte in Brazil. And the exhibition features photographs made with kind of cheap, reusable 35mm cameras. Also fly posters and newspapers, and some recently we've made some video interviews with the kids, and also some other artifacts from the process of the exhibition, which attempts to reflect the whole project. The exhibition is not meant to be a display of beautiful images, although I think there are astonishing images in the exhibition. The exhibition is meant to be a reflection of the whole process.
To have The Beautiful Horizon here now is really important. It's never been shown in the UK before. And this exhibition here, right now, brings everything together for the first time. The Brighton Photo Biennial is the UK's largest photography festival. This year, BPB 12 is the 5th edition. In previous years, it's been guest curated by different curators and artists, and this year it's curated by PhotoWorks by myself and Ben Burbridge.
We have decided to try and give a sense of the whole process and the whole project in this exhibition, to reflect some of the actions that we've done, to reflect the process of the making of the pictures and the reviewing of the pictures and the way photography is in our relationship with each other and with all of the participants. And so the exhibition will feature fly posters that in the past have been glued on the streets of Belo Horizonte, will include a newspaper that was published in 2007, will include, we used the exhibition as an opportunity to really re-look at our archive and to try and organise our archive, because our archive is a mess. It's a bit of a mess because of the way we work. It's very chaotic. You know, it's not just that we are chaotic. It's more the time we have and the amount of material that's passing through our hands has meant that, you know, we haven't been able to have a proper system, and we've used this exhibition as a way to try and initiate a system so that the archive can be preserved.
Over the years that the project's been generated, with the artists going back to Brazil, working with the participants, there's been thousands of photographs generated. So it's very important to see the project not about a gaze for us to look in on these people's lives, but for the participants to self-direct the way they want to portray themselves, to have some representation, to have some visibility, and importantly, a voice for themselves.
Belo Horizonte is a city between Rio and Sao Paulo. It's a big city, 5 or 6 million people. It's a very, very busy city. Because Brazil, you know, is a complicated country, because Brazil is famous for the differences between the rich and the poor. And this is as true of Belo Horizonte as any other Brazilian city. And of course, you know, the most poor people in society are kind of the people we work with in this project.
Vocês deixam a máquina com nós, vocês confiam na gente. Porque tem gente que vocês deixam a máquina, vai lá e fuma, usa droga, vende, fala que foi roubado. Então, tipo assim, o tempo que eu trabalho junto com vocês, que desde quando eu conheci vocês, tinham que 10 para 11 anos de idade, até hoje, graças a Deus, vocês deixam comigo, eu entrego direitinho.
We have different levels of relations with different kids. Some are we are more close, we know their mom, their dad, we visit their house in the favela, Julian visit as well. Some we don't know much. Some are really try to engage with us, some don't care too much. So it depends, but what it's funny, when we begin they have 12, and now they have kids age 12. So for them, we know their history, maybe in the world, just as we really keep going and understand their life, because... I
mean, now we say that the work is about these relationships, you know, that's one of the essential themes of the work. It isn't, obviously, it's in a way a documentary of their situation and their lives, but in a way it's also a documentary of our relationship with them over many years.
I mean, a main concern within the Brighton Photo Biennial is how public space is contested and controlled. And the Beautiful Horizon project comes from a much longer project, which really is looking at how photography has intervened in the urban landscape and how people have been able to take that over themselves, actually through fly posting, through taking photographs, through newspapers being distributed. So I would hope that within the biennial, this exhibition encapsulates that trajectory. It reveals how these images have been used over a period of time.
On the beginning, our relation was much more with photography, and slowly we keep engaged with them, with the social problems and with our, I mean, sometimes we go very happy to see them and there is something very sad, and then it's moved our feelings as well. So really, we're not expected to go so far.
It's a difficult thing to stop also.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, I think the ending is find a way to look for the archive. I think the book will be a kind of ending, because I don't want to end when everybody's died. Right. It will be too sad. Because as Julian just said, lots of them are gone.
You know, these people are used to people making promises and not keeping them. They're used to things not happening. They have very low expectations in general. And on one occasion, I remember we were something like 3 hours late for our planned meeting. And we were very worried that if they weren't there, then we would just lose contact, and that would be it. But when we arrived, there was just one kid with a plastic bag with all the cameras from the group. And all we did was change the rolls of film in the cameras and arranged to meet again the next day. And it was just so great that they wanted their pictures, you know, and they wanted to do photography. In that way, we work with them. We have a dialogue with them. We have a relationship with them.
So for them, this respect and this trust is really even more important maybe than the photographs itself. Because when we give them the photographs, they look forward to the image they appear. They don't care about the image they shoot. So they begin to change the photographs in the group. So it's really clear it's a question of identity.
It's not about who made the picture, it's about who's in the picture. They love to be in the picture. It's not meaningful for them to have actually made the picture. And it's quite interesting in this exhibition, you know, most of the only pictures we really know who made are the ones we made ourselves. In terms of the ones that the kids have made, we don't know who actually pressed the shutter.
I hope the biennial as a whole will be successful engaging a wider public than normal for a kind of art photography festival, if you like. There's a range of ways for people to actually get involved with the biennial, whether that be through coming to see the exhibitions, coming to the discussions, getting involved in the debate online. So I really hope it's just an opportunity for people to come and see something they find interesting and find out something new, get a different perspective on something I didn't know about before. I think Fabrica's a very welcoming space for a lot of people. It's not your typical white cube space, and it's very bespoke and intimate space to see work. And I'm hoping that to have this project here at this time, it's been really carefully conceived in terms of how it's going to be presented here. and the opportunity for the public to engage and to have people here on hand at Fabrica to help talk to people about the work, that people get a very strong understanding of what the project is about, but also an opportunity to actually spend time here at their own pace and look at the various different photographs from the archive.
Even if when the project will finish, I think we'll keep seeing them, or I hope some of them can escape of this situation. And it's not easy. It's easy going, but it's hard to because it's so different and we cannot move them from where they are. It's not, we not pretend to do it. And sometimes we feel really sad to know they are died or they are deep down in the doping, but what can we do?